Hello, this is a Chessodoro game review. It is a 10+0 game between 900 rated guys on chess.com. So student is playing black. Maybe I advise to play you slightly longer time controls, yeah, with increment at least. 10+5 or 15+10. But yeah, in your case, if you're running low on time, yeah, and you need to think, I would think maybe longer, a bit longer would be useful for your level. Okay, so we start the game with e4, and you say this is my latest game. It's not especially an opening that I learned. I just played in relation to the opponent and pay attention to my protected pieces. Okay, well, let's see if you make any blunders. Yeah, e5, knight f3, knight c6. So very nicely played by both players so far. Open game, yeah, developing pieces. We have 4 knights opening. Both of you are playing good, yeah. Take the center, develop pieces fast and effective, and take care of your kings. That's the 3 golden principles of opening. But now white plays not a bad move, but a passive move, yeah. What is the downside of this move? You close this bishop, yeah. It really wants to get out of this pawn chain, yeah, not be closed down by it. So you should play, opponent should play, yeah, bishop b5, and there is some move bishop c4 with some tactical lines, yeah, like this, but bishop b5 is usually the main move. There are a couple like rare moves, or white could even transpose to this 4 knights Scotch line, something like this, yeah. So okay, he played d3, closed the bishop. So you developed your own, yeah, you didn't make his mistake. Not a mistake, but his kind of move, yeah. You develop your own bishop outside the pawns, yeah. And already you're kind of threatening knight g4 ideas, yeah. This is a, we know this is a soft pawn, yeah, kind of Achilles heel, yeah, of white usually in open games. So, and he kind of spotted that, but played h3, which is a slow move, yeah. As I said in earlier reviews, this is like some sort of bunny ears, yeah, or dog ears. We should avoid such moves, yeah. In the opening, it usually, he could have dealt with this knight g4 threat by just developing, and if you go here, yeah, just castle. And now it would be bad to give away, yeah, the 2 pieces for rook and pawn. So h3 was an unnecessary move for him. And you see, you're using every of your move for rapid development, yeah. Took the center, and super effective play so far, yeah. All moves were developing. Basically you're finished developing, yeah. If you're I would say completed the 3 golden principles already, yeah. You took care of the king last, and now you probably want to blast open in the center, yeah, because he played so slow. We want to get open lines, yeah, get to his king. And your opponent played a dubious move here. It breaks the opening principle, yeah. You shouldn't move same piece twice unless something concrete, yeah, happening. So here is just a 1 move threat to take the bishop, but we can easily deal with it. And additionally, knight is on the edge of the board, which is usually a bad idea, yeah, for the knight. We want to keep them close to center, yeah, because they're optimal by having more squares to move that way. So bishop d6 you played, but this is not a mistake, but it kind of closes down your d pawn, yeah. You want to break in the center with d5. And also, if pieces could talk, yeah, this bishop would say some swear words to this guy, yeah, because you kind of closed down. Instead he cannot develop, yeah. He would need to think, maybe, yeah, go through the other side. So I would play, instead of bishop d6, maybe give a check. You could go immediately here, yeah, but maybe he'll stop your d5 advance, yeah, if he's smart. So better give a check. If c3, and you see we kind of throw in this check to kind of confuse his position, yeah. And now this knight is on the edge. We are already threatening to trap this knight, yeah, and we are also going with d5. So he should better go bishop d2, takes, queen takes, and d5. Very nice play with black would be, yeah, this line, and very nice flowing moves, yeah, all attacking, all active, and opening up the game. You would have some advantage here, I think, already. So okay, back to the game. Bishop d6. He went for some strange move, bishop d2. Not sure what he's doing, yeah, with this moves. He should definitely not wait, yeah, and finish development. Finish, yeah, taking care of his king. Bishop d2, b5, knight back, and a5. So here actually you made a mistake. You missed maybe that b5 is hanging. So, but opponent didn't see it. He played super weird move. I don't know what this aggressive move does even. He should definitely just grab this pawn. Yeah, it's free. And then he wants to exchange your bishop. So if you go here, then white, yeah, prepares castling, and he's pawn up. You cannot really win it back. Yeah, knight gets protected. So you would have to somehow show some compensation, yeah, for the missing pawn with activity. Maybe go d5, but still, yeah, he would have a pawn here. So this was, I think, your only mistake in the game. Yeah, like a real mistake when losing something. But opponent didn't make the best move. He actually made a mistake himself. So this over aggressive move, it doesn't make any sense why he plays this, because he's just giving up a pawn. Yeah, it's not even a gambit. And you just took it. He took this pawn, and now finally bishop is on the right track again. You're ready for d5, and he kind of stopped it for a moment. Yeah, but really white should think about this again, yeah, and just castle as fast as possible to get out of the danger zone. So c4, you took the pawn, of course, and now you had here a big chance. We could learn from this moment in the game, yeah. You see, you finished development. Well, not really finished, maybe this bishop still, yeah, but almost finished, connecting every piece. Center pieces are, light pieces are mostly out. Castling done. What about white? His king is still in the center, yeah. So the moment, yeah, we're leading in development, super common idea is open up the game as fast as possible, especially on his king, yeah. So his king is on the e line. We want to clear these obstacles and get to his king. So d5, yeah, you played in the game this move, but d5 was the correct idea according to principles. Many good players would just automatically make this move. We don't care about such pawns, yeah. It would actually, we would want for them to take to open the line for us. So for example, if he took the pawn, it would be massive trouble for him already. Yeah, queen here, we're opening, yeah, bishop before, he has to watch out, yeah, if his bishop is gone from this. Already check, already opening everything, yeah, he will not survive here. Another move, maybe taking instead of this pawn this, yeah, but then we get some tempos, and we can get, yeah, every move with tempo. Attacking king is stuck in the center, yeah, very bad position. And if he takes here immediately, we could maybe give even a check. Yeah, now the king will definitely stay in the center. Yeah, with disaster for white. And if he takes, he cannot really take here. Yeah, because we need to calculate some simple tactics. We capture a piece, he captures a piece. But now we give a check. Yeah, suddenly, and his queen is gone. So okay, so d5 was like engine already shows like it's winning for black. When in human terms, even if it's not like winning, cannot see a win from here, it just feels like white has messed around with his king too much in the center, yeah, by making all these weird queenside moves. So, and in the game you played knight d4 instead, but it still worked, actually, it still worked, because now opponent blundered. Knight e5, he took the pawn, he thought that he's winning a pawn, but totally missed that his knight is hanging, yeah, so typical mistake on a like 1000 level rating, yeah, he just dropped the piece. So what could white improve, yeah, instead of blundering? They should take the knight, yeah, take the knight, kind of exchange the attackers, and after ed some moves. Yeah, if they keep capturing, then we have again this typical d5 idea, and okay, we're down a pawn, but we really don't care. King is opening up. Yeah, we'll have a massive attack here. Bishop d2, he can retreat, yeah, instead of taking. But then again, maybe this time different problems. Yeah, this knight is getting almost trapped here. He can counter this, yeah, by attacking our bishop, but we defend. And I think this knight probably is getting trapped like this. So else, if he drops here, then of course the bishop left this diagonal, and we could give a check, yeah, and misplace his king, and then follow up with d5 again. Yeah, so this d5 key idea, what we can learn from the game. Yeah, opening stuff up when his king is in the center. We just need to blow up the center and attack move by move to keep initiative rolling. Yeah, and to kind of not let him escape. Yeah, if he played slowly in the opening, get to his king, yeah, by opening the game. So okay, but he blundered here, and actually you played very well from here, realizing this piece up situation and still attacking. Here you could also like set up a trap, yeah, just pin the queen, try to pin the queen. d6 was also good. You attack the knight. He kind of counter-attacked, but with his king in the center, yeah, he would not survive. Besides, he's just a piece down, yeah, so. And yeah, he's still playing aggressively with his king, yeah, just out in the center. These pieces are not developed, so very quickly you attacked and basically checkmated him, yeah, like this. Very nice, yeah, checkmate. So he paid the price, yeah, of staying too long in the center with his king. Okay, let's conclude the game. So you didn't blunder any pieces, just the pawn there, yeah, in the opening on b5. So opening was played better by you because opponent played very slowly, yeah. I really didn't like opponents play with this h3, yeah, knight a4 slow moves, yeah. He needed just to develop, yeah, finish castle the king, yeah. He didn't follow the third principle, yeah, of taking care of the king. Okay, second thing was b4 was your mistake, yeah. Not b4, but blundering this b5 actually pawn, yeah, a5. Here was the only mistake, maybe, yeah, I could note in the game what happened. You kind of missed this pawn. Okay. And third thing, opponent started action when not castling, yeah, that usually spells disaster. And you had a big moment, yeah, so key moment in the game, this d5 idea, yeah, opening up everything in the center. And yeah, knight e5 was the game losing blunder, yeah, for him. He just blundered the piece, yeah, and then you followed up with nice attack because king was still in the center. So what main takeaway, yeah, if opponent plays slowly in the opening and doesn't castle fast enough, try to get to his king, yeah, especially in open games. This works wonders, yeah. Open the center, open the lines towards his king, and basically checkmate him, yeah. So thanks for the game. I've seen, yeah, from your description what you want to learn, yeah. Improve, you want some openings for your level, and improve general understanding, yeah, until 1000 level, 1000 ratings. So I'll prepare a nice plan with some resources for you, and see you around. Bye bye.